weekly address today, Republicans touting their plan to get the economy moving again, saying Americans are sick of stimulus plans and the GOP wants to stop all tax hikes from taking effect. But just this week, the Senate passed a bill meant to help small businesses, including tax cuts for employers who add new jobs. Yet only 2 Republicans voted for it. The bill is going to be heading to the House now. So the question is, well, there are many questions, but here's one. Will Republicans feel compelled to vote for it? And if they don't, will Democrats use that against them in the midterms, and will Americans take it out on them? Angela McGlown, there she is. Fox News political analyst is joining us. Richard Socarides, Democratic strategist and former special assistant to President Clinton. We got a little glimpse of you earlier. We just like to see you. We just like to know that you're standing by.
Thank you.
All righty. This morning in their address, Congressman Greg Walden touted the Republicans' plan, and he went after the Democrats' plan. Let's have a little listen as to what he just said this morning. Let's not listen. Actually, we'll get back to that. But Angela, basically,
yes,
the Senate passed the small business stimulus bill. It was 61-31, as we just mentioned. Only 2 of your colleagues in the GOP voted for it. Now it's going to be heading to the House. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Republicans will jump on the bandwagon, and should they jump on the bandwagon?
You know what, if they're in a tough race and if they are, incumbents that are going against Tea Party candidates, they might be compelled to vote for it because, Juliet, 69% of businesses are small businesses. They are the backbone of this nation, and if Republicans vote against it, they're in a tough spot where they're going to have to go home and explain to the constituents that they wanted to extend Bush's tax cuts and that they weren't getting the whole deal. So are they throwing out the baby with the bathwater? So again, it's all in messaging. So I think if these Republicans are in tough races, I think that they will vote for the piece of legislation.
We have the soundbite loaded, so let's get back to that. Richard, before we hear your response, let's listen to the soundbite from Greg Walden this morning.
First, Republicans want to stop all of the tax hikes that are set to take effect on January 1st. Now, for his part, President Obama proposes raising taxes on half of small business income in America. But economists, and frankly a growing chorus of Democrats in Congress, agree with us that raising taxes on anyone in a struggling economy, especially small businesses, is the exact wrong thing to do.
Richard, you say that Republicans not only should support the bill, but they will support the bill.
Well, I think they have to, and I actually agree with Angela. And you saw this Washington spin from the congressman in his prepared remarks this morning. But the truth is,
what was the spin?
Well, the spin is President Obama and the Democrats want to extend some of these tax breaks, but not for millionaires. And what the congressman is just trying to say is that if you don't extend the tax cuts for everybody, that somehow you're trying to raise taxes on people. Of course, that's nonsense. The Democrats don't want to raise taxes on anybody. This particular bill that we're talking about has got a lot of great stuff in it for small business that would promote hiring, would promote spending by small businesses, and it got virtually no attracted virtually no Republican support because the Republicans are saying we want all or nothing.
Angela,
but I totally agree with Angela. The Republicans
Angela,
will not be able to continue this all or nothing strategy because people will see through it.
Very quickly, I just want to let you in on a Fox News Opinion Dynamics poll on this. Basically, the question was, should the Bush tax cuts continue? And the results were 40% say keep them for everybody. 44% says repeal on high earners. 10% repeal all the tax cuts. Get rid of them for everyone.
Exactly.
So what do these numbers say to you?
Basically, the country is split, and the country is very emotional right now because of this weak economy. But if you don't extend the Bush tax cuts to all, the millionaires or the folks that make over $250,000 a year, those are the people, Richard, that help create jobs. So again, if Republicans vote against this bill, they have to go home and explain as to why and get the message right.
Well, and
Democrats are portraying Republicans as obstructionists. Why did it take Democrats so long to even put this bill forward?
We got to wrap up.
Everything in Washington takes longer than we would like, but this is hopefully what the midterms elections will be fought over, whether or not we have tax breaks for the middle class and for small business versus Republicans who are trying to support the wealthy special interests. Democrats do not want tax breaks for millionaires. All
right, on that note, we're going to end it. We'll see you back here next weekend, perhaps, to continue this discussion. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. Eric.